Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Linda, the scrapbooking photographer, and today's video is part of a hop for Mad About Minis. It's really Mad About Mini paper pads. So the videos I've done in this series since I joined have been putting together an anniversary album for our 40th wedding anniversary, which is coming up in March 2025. So this month I've now bought the album, which is a 6x8. And I've just popped in the pages we did last month, which was for the travel way back in 2011, and the first pages I did, which were from 2021, when we were guests at a wedding. So this month I'm going in the middle to 2015, which was my 50th. So there wasn't a lot happening in 2015, so I am dedicating a double page spread to this because we had lots of lovely family and friends come and enjoy the celebrations with us, and it was a lovely evening in January, summer's night, and we were all outside on the deck until well into the early hours of the morning. So the papers I want to use are actually originally 12x12s, which I have pre-cut into 6x6 because this video is about mini paper pads. And I have been using other product, but they didn't quite have the papers that I wanted. So I've gone to Close to My Heart products, and a 12x12 page has been cut into 4 6x6 pieces. So let's have a look at what I've got. Okay, this one is really easy to do. I've just popped that over the faces, but that's a lovely family photo that was taken later in the evening, and that will just slide into that top half of the protector there, and this half I'm going to make a journaling box today. And on the other side is this photo. Okay, so what I'm thinking is that this will be angled on here like that. Now, because I've only got short pieces of paper that are only 6 inches wide, that is actually the same width as, or the same length as the photo. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut some pieces of this paper that are going to form that corner. Now, it doesn't really matter at this stage about the angle because we're going to have to trim it off at the back. The important one is the coordinating colour, which is going to come this way, because when we do that we haven't got room to fiddle on the side, whereas this one we can trim it off and cut it because it's got the straight edge in there. Okay, and this one we need to get the corner square and the angle right. So having done a little bit of fiddling, I know that we need this piece to be 1 6/8 wide. So 1 2 4 6. Okay, now because this is a cut edge going down that way, we want all the cuts to go the same way. You can see if you turn it over, you can just see a little bit more of the cut edge. So this way we'll have it like this. And I want it angled that way because it's going to be on the left-hand page. So we want this to be cut from this corner to this corner to give us the top and bottom. Now, cutting a corner, it's good to start a little bit back from the corner and come backwards and then go forwards. And that will give you 2 crisp corners when they're quite sharp angles like that. Right, let's see how that fits. Okay, now this one is going to come in here, and that's going to be about right, I think. So I'm just going to cut it about here. Not quite so crucial with this one, as I say, because the square corner is going into the frame in here, and the angle isn't going to be half and half anyway, so we're going to have to cut a bit off. So I'm going to go same reasoning from here to here. And that's going to provide a nice white frame around the outside of that photo. Okay, I think it'll be okay. Let's stick it down and see. Now, put this on my multi-purpose mat so I can put sticky right on the corner. Get rid of the cat here. And we'll go nice and square in here. And over to the other end. So it is a little bit of fiddling. I've had a couple of goes off camera to get the measurements right. But it is worth putting the effort in to get it right, I think. Okay, now the corner here has to go on the edge, and then it's just a matter of lining this up straight, which will give us a straight edge then for the photo, and making sure this gap is about the same as the one down here, which should be reasonably the same as the frame all the way around. If you've got mini paper pads in your stash that you're looking to use up, this hop is a great way to get some inspiration to use them up. So I'll list in the description box everybody else who's playing along so that you can watch all the videos and get some ideas on how to make the mini paper pads work best for you. And if you leave a comment on those videos, everybody will really appreciate you sharing the love. Now I'm just going to trim a little tiny bit off the top of the photo, which I've got room to do. And there we have it. So we'll stick that down. And then we just need to tidy up the back. And we'll start down this end because it's going to taper off to a corner. So we want it to be a nice sharp cut all the way. And it's probably better to do it on the right side actually, because then we'll have the cuts going the same way, which is what I talked about earlier. That's better. So because I have cut that the wrong way, we'll go all the way around with our black ink and a sponge, just to get rid of those little white bits that are showing through. The black paper has a white core as well, and obviously there's the white cardstock behind it that we don't really want to see. So this covers that up quite nicely. Cool. Now these balloon Stampin' Thin Cuts that came out quite some time ago from Close to My Heart, I thought would be cool, with the 50 balloon up the top there, and I thought they would look good in red. So I got my scraps of red, and I'll just take a little piece out of here, and I'm going to make a 50, so I just make sure that it's not going to be too big on this little piece of cardstock. Okay, so let's just trim them out and see what they look like. Okay, I'll just put that through the Cuttlebug, and then we just need to stamp them. Now obviously we'll stamp them in black.
I'm just colouring in around the outside of the stamped lines with a black marker. It's not a special marker, just one from the local stationers. I'm just covering the edge also of where the thin cut it out.
Then we can stick these down like so. Okay, and I was going to put another little something down here, and the stickers on this Hello Darling sheet have a beautiful primary red colour, and I do like the roses. The only trouble is that they have white on the outside, so if you can see, the edge of the sticker is in the white, so you'd have a white background, which I don't really want to introduce down here, given that I've just coloured that in black and we've got the nice white frame around the photo. But if you look over here, that one has got the colour of the sticker around the outside, so much better, and there's a few of those, so I'm just going to make a little cluster of 3. And then just to finish this page off, there's a couple of little gems that I'll put in around here. Alrighty, so I can lift that into the protector. And then we'll bring in this right hand side. Now obviously the white's not going to be there in the album. I'm going to put a little journaling box in here, and I'm going to decorate it similarly to that so that it blends in nicely. So the first thing to do is to cut this to 4x6, which is the size of the space we have. It's already the right width, so I'll just make it the right height. Okay, so that will slip in there, like so. Now there's 2 ways that I could decorate it. I could use some of these, or I could use a stamp that matches that kind of paper there and use this. And I'm thinking I might do both. I've got this kind of thing here, but I'm thinking that's a little bit wide. I want it the same angle as that. So what I'm going to do is cut a piece that is the same as this black piece so that it just comes on here. Now this we made 1 6/8. So I'm going to cut a piece of this off here to just put along the bottom, and we want it to go angled that way, so we want to go from this corner to that corner. That piece will be alright. Okay, now coming out underneath that, I'm going to use this stamp. Now it's just going to bring in a little bit of this mandala called Love Doily, kind of like that on the side. And I want it to be a light, kind of a greyish colour. So I'm actually using the old pewter colour, which was one of my favourites. So a piece of scrap paper under here. And I'll just see if we need to primary or secondary stamp it. If I primary stamp it, yeah, it's a little bit dark, isn't it? 1, 2, that's the look I want. Actually, I might do both. I might do a darker one just on this corner, and then a secondary one overlapping it here. Cool. And then get off there, put this on here. Interesting, it didn't quite do what I wanted there. clear up that stamp. And I'll bring back a sponge just to go around the outside of that to blend it in. Just to bring a little bit of red in, I thought I might use a couple of these stickers, the best memories. I'm just going to put memories down here and the best up there, but I'm going to put that on a little piece of black. Okay, we'll just trim this up that way. I've just realised that I haven't got the same enough of this colour, so I'm just going to whip that one off here and put it there, whip this one off here and put it up there.
So let's put these into the protectors and see what they look like. I'm really happy with that journaling box. I think it looks really cool with the stamps on it that match the paper.
Alrighty, so these go, we've got 2011, these go in the middle for 2015.
And I'm really happy to have those 2 pages done. Join me next month with Mad About Minis to see what the next section in this series is. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Remember to watch everybody else's contribution to the hop, and if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, then I'd love it if you did so and join me on the journey of all my scrapbooking adventures. Happy crafting, everyone!